Ever wondered how the visually stunning websites you visit daily come to life? Well, there's an entire universe of coding magic that goes into making that happen. Welcome to the world of front-end development, the art and science of crafting the parts of a website you interact with. It's a realm where creativity meets functionality, where design meets technology. In this video, we're going to explore this captivating realm, guiding you on your path to mastering front-end development in the year 2023. Whether you're just starting out or looking to sharpen your skills, we've got you covered. From understanding what front-end development is, to the roles of a front-end developer, to the essential skills required in the learning path to follow, we'll delve into it all. So sit tight as we unravel the magic behind the web pages you interact with every day. Front-end development sounds fancy, right? But what does it really mean? Let's break it down. Picture a website. What do you see? Colors, images, buttons, and text all interacting seamlessly as you click and scroll. That's the front end, the part of the website that you interact with. It's what makes a website not just functional, but also appealing and user-friendly. But how do we create this magical user interface? Enter HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, the holy trinity of front-end development. HTML, or hypertext markup language, is the skeleton of the website. It defines the structure, laying out where each element goes, like text, images, and links. Then comes CSS, or cascading style sheets. If HTML is the skeleton, CSS is the skin and clothes. It brings color, style, and layout to the bare bones HTML. It determines the size of the text, the color of the buttons, the background images, and so much more. Finally, we have JavaScript. If HTML is the skeleton and CSS the skin and clothes, JavaScript is the nervous system. It makes the website dynamic and interactive. It's what makes the buttons clickable, the forms submit data, and the images slide or fade. As a front-end developer, your role is to weave these three components together to create a functional, aesthetically pleasing, and interactive website. You'll be the architect, the designer, and the engineer all rolled into one. You'll work with the back-end developers who manage the server and database, and the designers who create the design and layout. Together, you'll bring a website from concept to reality. Front-end development, in essence, is the art and science of creating the visual part of the website, the part that you interact with. It's where design meets technology, where creativity meets code, and as a front-end developer, you'll be at the forefront of this exciting field, creating the web experiences of tomorrow. Now that we know what front-end development is, let's talk about what a front-end developer does. Picture yourself as the magician behind the screen, bringing static web pages to life with your coding wand. Your main role is to create the visual elements of a website that users interact with. You'll be the one transforming wireframes into fully functioning web pages, ensuring they are not only aesthetically pleasing, but also user-friendly. You'll work in tandem with designers to make their visions a reality, and with back-end developers to ensure the site's functionality aligns with its design. You'll also collaborate closely with project managers, ensuring that the final product meets the project's goals and deadlines. Your responsibilities stretch even further, from optimizing web pages for speed and performance to making sure they're responsive across a range of devices. In a nutshell, a front-end developer is the architect of the user's online experience. So what skills do you need to become a front-end developer? Well, let's dive right in. First and foremost, you'll need a solid grasp of HTML, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language. This is the skeleton of any web page, providing the basic structure. It's like the blueprint of a building, outlining where each element goes. Next up is CSS, or cascading style sheets. If HTML is the blueprint, CSS is the interior decorator, adding colors, fonts, and layouts to your web page. It's what makes a website go from plain and simple to sleek and stylish. But a web page isn't just static. It needs to respond and interact with the user, and that's where JavaScript comes in. JavaScript is the magic wand that adds behavior and interactivity to your website. It's like the electricity in our building analogy, powering up everything and bringing the website to life. Now, while these three are the cornerstone of front-end development, there's more to the story. You'll also need to understand responsive design. In an era where we access websites from a plethora of devices, from smartphones to laptops, it's essential to create websites that look and function well on all screen sizes. Moving on, let's talk about libraries and frameworks. These are like ready-made code snippets that can simplify your coding process and boost your productivity. Popular ones include React, Angular, and Vue. Each has its strengths and use cases, so it's a good idea to familiarize yourself with at least one. Last but not least, stay updated. The world of front-end development is always evolving, with new trends and technologies popping up regularly. So make it a habit to learn and grow continuously. Join online communities, follow industry leaders, and never stop exploring. Remember, a skillful front-end developer is always learning, always growing. It's not just about mastering the tools of today, but also gearing up for the innovations of tomorrow. So keep pushing, keep coding, and let's create some amazing web experiences together. Are ready to embark on your front-end development journey? Here's how you can get started. Your journey begins with a deep dive into the basics of HTML and CSS. These two are the building blocks of web development. HTML, or hypertext markup language, gives structure to the content on the web, while CSS, or cascading style sheets, styles this content. You'll learn how to craft structured and well-designed web pages that are pleasing to the eye. Next, you'll move on to JavaScript. JavaScript breathes life into your websites, making them interactive and dynamic. It's like the puppeteer behind the scenes, pulling the strings to make the website dance to its tunes. You'll learn how to manipulate web elements, handle events, and create animations that add that extra bit of sparkle to your web pages. Once you've mastered the trinity of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, it's time to step up your game. You'll explore the world of libraries and frameworks, which are tools that make your development process quicker and more efficient. Libraries like jQuery and frameworks like React, Angular, and Vue.js are widely used in the industry. They offer pre-written code that you can utilize to perform common tasks, saving you from having to write everything from scratch. In addition to these technical skills, you'll also need to cultivate a keen eye for design and user experience. After all, as a front-end developer, you're not just coding websites, you're crafting experiences. Understanding the principles of design and user experience will help you create websites that are not only functional, but also intuitive and enjoyable to use. Lastly, you'll need to keep learning and adapting. The world of web development is ever evolving, with new tools, technologies, and best practices emerging all the time. Staying up to date with these changes is crucial if you want to stay relevant in the field. And that's your roadmap to becoming a proficient front-end developer. With dedication, patience, and a good dose of curiosity, you're sure to make your mark in the exciting world of front-end development. You've made it this far on your journey to becoming a front-end developer. What's next? Well, you've laid the foundation, gathered your tools, and set a strong course. Now it's time to put theory into practice. Remember, front-end development is as much an art as it is a science. It's about creating something beautiful, intuitive, and functional. You'll want to start creating projects of your own, no matter how small. They could be as simple as a personal blog or portfolio, or as complex as a full-fledged web application. Don't worry about making them perfect. The goal at this stage is to learn, experiment, and grow. Participate in coding challenges. Websites like CodePen, GitHub, and HackerRank offer a plethora of coding challenges that can help you sharpen your skills. They're also a great way to learn from other developers and get a sense of different coding styles and approaches. Join online communities. Places like Stack Overflow, GitHub, and various coding forums are filled with developers discussing problems, sharing solutions, and offering advice. Remember, no one knows everything, but together we know a lot. Explore open source projects. Contributing to open source projects can provide you with real-world coding experience. It's a fantastic way to learn, grow, and even make a name for yourself in the developer community. Don't forget to keep learning. The field of front-end development is ever evolving, with new tools, techniques, and trends emerging all the time. Stay curious, stay passionate, and stay hungry for knowledge. And lastly, don't be afraid to ask for help or seek guidance. Everyone at some point was a beginner. The developer community is full of people who are more than willing to help you on your journey. Remember, the key to mastering front-end development is practice, practice, and more practice. So get started, and happy coding, happy.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel.